Here's an update for all the things you may have missed this week, right here on the Tim Black Show. We're going to talk about Kyrie, Irving, Kanye West, also the Breakfast Club. That's a good one. I'm going to talk about that as well. So we got a couple things we're going to cover. Remember, if you like this content, holler at me on Patreon or cash at me at TBTV Media. TBTV Media, you ready? We'll do this. If you felt bad about Kyrie Irving losing his shoe deal, this video is for you. Also, if you were happy he lost his shoe deal, this video is also for you. Works for both of you. First of all, he seems very happy that he lost it. So if you were hoping that he would be in tears about it, he's not. He wore this. He crossed out his Nike on his shoe, and then he wrote the words, "I'm free." Sounds like somebody's pretty happy to be out of their contract. And look, I get it, man. That's a great thing. It's just like I wish I would have known that he didn't want to be in that deal. Also hear that Kyrie Irving is in talks with the black independent shoemaker, and they may put out a shoe. Can't do that if you're in a contract with Nike to get shoes done. Maybe Kyrie Irving tweeted out this Hebrews to Negro thing just to get out of his Nike contract. And they fucking with you, right? And they fucking with you? I mean, that's what they say that Kanye did, right? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. That's what they say that Ye did, so why not? I don't know. It's possible, right? Wouldn't that be something if Kyrie just wanted out of his contract? And then he said, damn, guess I gotta make it look good. I don't think that's possible, but, man, what the fuck do we know, man? We're reacting to shit in the media. We don't really know what the machinations are behind the scenes. I heard that Kanye was similarly happy. Still don't get why Kanye went on Alex Jones and praised Hitler. Said he invented shit he didn't invent, like roads. Still lost with that. I will say this though, man. The Kanye West thing, there are a lot of white guys that went on a lot of media spaces. This is one guy went on Twitter. Well, this is white guy that went on TYT. I didn't even realize it. This is a week ago. And this guy was spitting mad about how black people need to support white people or Jewish people because they had it so bad. And they're in such danger because of Kanye West. Think of the danger that black people are in from Jewish people. Yeah, what about that? We're in danger because of Kanye West. You don't think, I think Kanye West has put more black men in danger from retaliation from Jewish entities and Jewish friends and people wanting to make points with the Jewish community at our expense. You don't think I'm in more danger than you? I think I am. I think historically I'm in more danger than you in the United States than you are. And I think due to Kanye West's polarization and his outward outspokenness, his comments that have been deemed anti-Semitic, I think a lot of black men are in way more danger than Jewish people. That's what I think. And I think this is bullshit, okay? Bullshit. I'm thinking about all the black guys who go to work every day around Jewish people and they're like wondering how do they act. Do you think I'm like Kanye West? Do you think I am anti-Semitic or do you think I harbor these thoughts? Huh? I wonder, because see, I've been doing my shit from, doing my own business for so long now. I almost forget what it's like to have to go into a place of business with people that control your livelihood. Who control your ability to feed your family. You got to be worrying or wondering what the fuck they're thinking about. That's how niggas feel. So you don't understand how black people feel, how niggas feel about life, what goes on with us. You just worry about your own shit. And it's fucked up, man, that we had to sit through time after time of white guys, and I look at Jewish guys as white guys, okay? You say, I'm not white, I'm Jewish. Yeah, well, I can't really tell unless you got on a yarmulke, motherfucker. Other than that, I have no idea what you are, unless your last name is like Bernstein or Goldstein or Goldstein or something like that. So, you know, so I want like you to help us. You know? And I'm still waiting for some more people to come out and condemn Tucker Carlson and condemn Candace Owens all the way. And I'm still waiting for all these people to come out and condemn all of the anti-black shit I hear every day. Black people don't watch Alex Jones. You know, if you guys stop reporting on it and making it a big thing, hardly anybody would give a shit. You know? This whole idea that Kyrie Irving's tweet of this movie was going to make black people like come out and do some crazy shit was just absurd to begin with. You know? That was never going to be the ramifications of that action. Like that's, no. And that this idea that, oh shit, because Kanye West went on Drink Champs and complained about his contracts and blamed Jewish people, whether that was true or false, that didn't mean that black people, we're still in the position that we're in. We still can't go out and fuck you up financially. Not really, right? Historically, what have black people been able to do to Jewish people that fucked up their lives? Nothing. Zero. Okay? America, we're still the people, us and Native Americans still hold this spot in American history of being screwed over by this country and those inhabiting it. Okay, so regardless of what you cry about, regardless of what you say, you know, we don't support anyone getting attacked or assaulted or their rights taken away or any shit like that. We're very, black people by and large are very much the recipient of hate crimes, not the perpetrators of it. Okay, we are the primary recipient of hate crimes. We still hold the title. Now, whenever anyone would like to take that title, y'all can have that shit. But let's just keep a barometer, right? Let's continue. Let's try to keep ourselves within the realm of reason here, because what we're having right now is a bunch of fake outrage and people expanding and exaggerating reality. And it's becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. This whole shit is a self-fulfilling prophecy where you spoke it, you did like a Donald Trump where you guys kept giving an issue more media coverage, which made it bigger and bigger and bigger. When if you just would have ignored it to begin with, it would have never got that big. It's been the focus of these comments that made it a big deal. I mean, how do people follow Kyrie Irving's tweets? And we all know the suppression that you get on Twitter. How do people really knew about Kyrie Irving's tweet until motherfuckers started talking about that shit? I wasn't following what he was doing. I knew he was a great basketball player, but I didn't give a shit about what he tweeted out. You made it relevant. You made it important. You know? Kanye West put out a new track the other night, and no one talked really about it because they're afraid of repercussions. Who do you think they're afraid of repercussions from? Huh? Who? So there you go. I know you want it to be like, you know, you're fighting the boogeyman, like Kanye West or Kyrie Irving with a boogeyman, but black people don't hold that kind of power in America. Ain't nobody in America afraid of us. Not really. They got the entire police system and the court system on our ass 24/7. Not to mention the whole financial industry system on our ass as well. Well, that's why a person like Stephen A. Smith or Shaquille O'Neal or Shannon Sharp or Jalen Rose or Reggie Miller or anybody else can say whatever the fuck they want to say that pisses black people off every day. Candace Owens, for instance. Jason Whitlock can say whatever fucked up shit they want to say, and we can't stop them. We don't have the power to stop them. Get it? You get it. Because we can't take money out their pockets. So, how much of a threat, really, can any of the shit we say be if we can't stop you from taking care of your family, feeding your kids, keeping the roof over here? The worst thing I saw this week had to be Jonathan Greenblatt of the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, on the Breakfast Club. This guy literally was on the Breakfast Club describing to all the black people, all the blacks, about how all this Jewish community was suffering so much because of Kanye West. And how Kanye West was this dangerous person because he running his mouth, you know, making up facts and talking shit and pointing over there and, you know, blaming this and doing, like, he was saying all this shit about Jewish people, but, and how that was putting Jewish people in such danger, you know? And the whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, nah, I'm not buying it. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not buying it. What Kanye West is saying is, like, bogus. A lot of the shit Kanye said was bogus. But what I'm saying is, it's not that. What I'm saying is, I'm not buying that you're in so much danger because of Kanye West. These hate organizations, these hate groups. We know about them. There's a lot of hate groups out there. Their primary target is black people. But Jonathan Greenblatt was on there talking as if, you know, like the most dangerous shit was Kanye West. And Kanye West is gonna, you know, put a battery in the back of all these white supremacists, you know? It sort of reminded me of the Asian hate bill, where it was like all of a sudden, because some Asian people got beat up, like all of a sudden, like, you know, like, oh my God, Asian people need a hate crime bill. And it's getting rampant. Like, it's not like we support, it's not like we don't understand that it's not right for people to beat up on Asians. It's just that, I mean, dog, I mean, it was like 5,000, I don't know, 10,000 hate crimes against black people. And it was like 500 against Asians. They're like, well, we got to protect the Asians. I'm like, hey, whoa, what about black people? We've been catching hell all this time. You had a spike in hate crimes because of Trump's shit talking about the Kung Flu. He did that shit. That wasn't black people. And you got a hate crime bill, and I know it wasn't just for Asians, but that's what spurred it, okay? So, but I felt the same way. So I'm listening to Greenblatt. He's talking, it sounds the same way. Like, he's like, we got to protect the Jewish community. And I'm like, really? Really? Do you think Kanye West is the main problem? Like the Jewish people, for real. Dog, I'm going to tell you something, man. If I thought black people, all we had to do was get rid of, like, Tucker Carlson and we'd be good, I mean, shit. That'd be our only problem? I wish we only had one motherfucker that was running their mouth against black people that was making our lives hard. You mean to tell me, like, like, your main concern is this one nigga out of Chicago? That's your only problem? The one that lost half of his net worth in one day and shit? That's your problem? We up against white supremacy. It ain't just one white guy who lost his wife in visitation and has to pay child support, who needs to take his pills. Nah, motherfucker, we got bigger problems. So now I'm just saying, we're sitting up here listening to this guy. You know, with all due respect, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dog? What the fuck? Anybody else see this shit? Did you watch this? Jonathan Greenblatt for an hour make the case that we should, you know, all go cry go cry in our cornflakes because the Jewish people got it so bad. I'm like, yo, you realize that our women are dying 3 times the rate of white women? You're white. You know, stats that we own 10%, black people own 10% of the wealth of white people, and you're counted in that number of white people? And you're talking to us about your problems? Get the fuck out of here, man. Really? Really? Really, dog? That's what we doing now? Oh, we really need your help. Need your help, Leroy. You and Deontay, we really need you guys. We're having problems, and we need you guys to help us out. You got security. It's called the cops. You call them, they come. What are you talking about? We call them, they come and shoot us. What the fuck? Well, am I losing my mind here? Am I losing What the fuck, man? Yo, man, cash at me, man. I'm TBTV Media. Yeah, because you ain't going to get this type of conversation just anywhere else, man. Because this shit right here, man, hit me up on Patreon, hit me up on Cash App, man. Join the Tim Black Show because I'm risking my life just talking about this shit. Speaking this truth to power. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for my ass to get canceled. So hit me up on Cash App, man. Now where was that? Where the fuck was that, man? You know, just going back, he was talking about like it was hard for Jewish people to get jobs in the early 1900s. And I was thinking, we didn't have civil rights in the 1900s. Like, we were still fighting for civil rights in the 60s. And if you talk about all the lynchings that have happened to black people, like over 5,000 black people were lynched from since we were freed to 1965. And those are just the bodies that we found. You can't say someone was lynched if you can't find a body. So think about all the bodies that were never found. And there's no way. It's like, listen to Jonathan Greenblatt, like, try to make black people feel bad, like, oh my God, like the suffering of the Jewish people. Like, dog, of course, all suffering is bad and all discrimination is bad and all abuse is bad, but come on, man. It's like going up to a person who's homeless, who's living outside in the streets and telling them, we got to think about the people that, have hand-me-downs. It's like, what the fuck? That's how I felt listening to this guy talk this shit about how bad Jews have it in America and how dangerous it is and this shit. I'm like, you talk to somebody, you talk to somebody who has no legs. You talk to someone with no legs and you're saying, you got to think about the people that, have a slight limp. But they drive a Rolls Royce or some shit. I mean, it just, and then I have to sit through Charlemagne, who provide not even the slightest pushback to the bullshit. And then in your mind, you're like, you know why. You know why you can't push back. Because he don't want no motherfucking trouble. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of like the whole point of this whole conversation is about the lack of power that black people have over their own lives. Get what I'm saying? So, yeah. Like right now, it's just only so far I could go with this conversation without risking like everything that I built. I watched the whole thing, so I guess you got to watch it to really get my point of view on this. What I'm saying though, it's like, dog, this is certain things you shouldn't say around black people. Because it sounds like what you're saying was, oh my God, man, we don't want to become like black people. We don't want problems like black people have. Come on, man, we don't want to be, we don't want to be marginalized like, we can't end up like the blacks. That's all I kept hearing as he was talking, as his white mouth was moving. All I could think was, you just don't want to end up like niggas. That's what you're saying is, you don't want to be a nigga. No wonder why we got along so well. You saw us and you were like, oh my God, we could be fucked up like that. We got to get our shit together, y'all. Come on. We got to work together more. That's what I kind of got from it. I'm like, did you focus group test this shit before you did this? And I'm pretty sure that Jonathan Greenblatt, the ADL, called up Charlemagne, was like, we need to come on the show. I don't think Charlemagne calls you on, like, you need to come over here because you in danger. You better come on my platform. You in danger, man. You in trouble. Kanye West is outside. Kyrie Irving and Kanye West are outside with Dr. Umar. You in trouble. Nah, man. Now, not everybody black is on that Hebrew Israelite shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been avoiding them guys like the plague since I was 10. I seen them out there yelling at people out there near Metro Center and Gallery Place in D.C. Just rude, man. Now, me saying that, who's more in danger, you or me? Now that the smoke is cleared, let's calm down about this Kanye shit. Let's stop acting like it's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Any white supremacists out there that's going after Jewish people, lock their ass up. Lock them the fuck up. Don't nobody condone violence. Don't nobody condone anybody getting a home, getting harassed or assaulted or no shit like that. Don't nobody root for that shit. At least nobody I fuck with. And I don't promote no violence against any people. And it's insulting as fuck that you would have to say that. I got morons like in my comment sections like, but Tim, you haven't denounced, you haven't, eradicated and denounced and condemned with the strongest. Motherfucker, I'm not a politician. I'm not running for office, motherfucker. What are you talking about? Who would I say it to? I denounce. What the fuck are you talking about? Now you're not going to browbeat me and fucking degrade me and push me to say stupid shit. Do you condemn Candace Owens? Huh? Larry Elder, do you condemn them? They may be black, but they're playing with your jerseys on. They're wearing your jerseys, goddammit. But nah, man. Fuck no, man. Do you denounce Ted Cruz? That motherfucker. Trey Gowdy? What about that guy who says, if you want to defund the cops, next time you need a cop, call a crackhead. About that guy. He was actually hilarious, though, wasn't he, though? That was some funny shit. Call a crackhead. Should have said call a meth head, then all his grandkids show up. Motherfucker. Said crack because he wanted to point out black people, you know what I'm saying? Say meth head, then a bunch of his nephews show up. His nieces and nephews show up. Now that all this Kyrie Irving and Kanye West shit is blown over, black people are back on the bottom and white people feeling just like they did before. Only problem we got now is Brittany came home. Well, y'all didn't like that shit at all, did you? Is this guy Paul Whelan, and I don't know if he's a bad guy now, but I know he got convicted of spying, but that could be bullshit. It's Russia, right? We're taught that Russia lies. Like, we don't lie, but Russia lies, so maybe they're lying and, nothing's true, but his ass did get kicked out the Marines for stealing. I ain't heard nobody deny that shit. These people up here crying because we didn't bring home Paul Whelan instead of Brittany. And this guy got kicked out of the armed services and he's been charged with spying. They're like, so what? She had weed, cannabis oil. And they don't see a problem with it. Like, he's a Marine. Yeah, a Marine we kicked out of the Marines, though. If they kick Brittany out of the detention back in the 8th grade, they'd be like, can't have her, can't bring her home, can't do it. She wasn't listening to her teachers back in the 8th grade. How could we release this woman, expend American resources on this black woman who couldn't sit still in 8th grade doing science class for Mrs. Hall? What kind of country do you think we have here, sir? This is double standards. America's full of a bunch of fucking double standards. Paul Whelan, dishonorably discharged ass, stealing from people, trying to hijack shit, and got caught. Then took his ass to Russia and got locked up. Man, fuck him. Oh, you gotta feel bad for him. Yeah, that's before I knew his ass was a thief who got kicked out of the armed services. He's just a guy who fucked up now. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wanted to come home, but I didn't know that shit at first. But a lot of people that are talking, they knew it. You knew. You knew this guy was a dirty Marine, got kicked out the Marines. So, yeah. But they want Brittany. They don't like Brittany because she said she wasn't going to stand for the flag. Said she was going to stay in her locker room until the flag was over. They didn't like that shit. And she was like, no, but, I'm patriotic. My dad went to Vietnam and he's been a cop for 30 years. I love my country, but I want the killing of black people to stop. They were like, well, they didn't hear none of that shit. All they heard was, you want to stay in the locker room. So we're going to focus on that part. Because that's how America is. That's how America is. They think she should sit in jail for another 9 years in a Russian gulag under intense labor because of a little bit of cannabis oil that she accidentally brought with her, not for spying, not for stealing, right? She should have to stay in a... They don't give a shit that Trump could have got Paul wailing out, but he didn't. He didn't want to. Their guy Trump, that's their guy. Biden's not my guy, but Trump ain't my guy either. And Trump could have got Paul out. He was like, oh, this is bad. No, I'm not bringing him back. No, can't do it. So this guy's in trouble. Look at him. He's looked at this guy's rap sheet. Paul Whelan's brother was on Twitter saying how Trump ignored his brother and left them there to rot. It couldn't get no response out of the White House when Trump was there about Paul Whelan. And now he's like tweeting about him. Not tweeting, but talking about him. The only reason why Biden helped Brittany Griner is because he wants to get the black vote. Why the fuck did Trump help Lil Wayne? Why the fuck you think he helped Lil Wayne and Kodak Black? Because he's bumping their music? Or is it because he wanted to get the black vote? See, you guys, that's the thing. When I try to keep it, I keep it 100 on both sides. You don't. Oh, you think Trump did it because he wants his daughter to date Kodak Black? Break up with Kushner and date Kodak Black? The fuck out of here. Get out of here. Y'all tripping. You know what time it is. Politics is in everything. Everything a president does has a level of politics to it. Both of them, both sides. But that's the problem. We got poor white people who think when Republicans do shit, it's out of the kindness of their heart. That's stupid shit. And then we got liberals who think dark Brandon, whatever the shit they call him, Biden, that's the corniest shit in the world. Dark Brandon. Like Biden's getting, he's getting base, whatever. He needs a vase to pee in because he got to get up and go to the bathroom so many times a night. His ankles can't take all the time. He's got to get out of the bed to go to the bathroom to pee. He's a vase near his bed. Dank. Biden's dank. Nah, Biden's stank. So we covered a lot of different topics. We're going to continue to call it out because that's what we do on this show. We don't hold punches. We don't walk. We don't play nice. Nobody's going to be nice. Ain't no more Mr. Nice Guy. That's why you love this show. Become a member of the Tim Black Wolf Pack. Subscribe and follow wherever you're watching now. Become a member, follow, do something. And I'll see you on the next one. You know what it is.